Hey, my sweet babies. Listen. Hey, my sweet babies. Hey, my sweet babies. So, hey, my sweet babies. Hey, my sweet babies. Hey, my sweet babies. You know why I smile when I say that? Hey, my sweet babies. Hey, my sweet, beautiful, amazing babies.
Hey, my sweet babies. I'm just having a little fun with y'all. There may be some that may not know when I come on here and say, hey, my sweet babies, that I get it from Auntie Mo, from Monique. So I'm having a little fun trolling just a little bit, but y'all know I love y'all. Welcome back to another What Else Is Going On, aka We Go Podcast YouTube video. I'm your host, your girl, Taria, and I have missed y'all so much. So, child, got a lot of things going on, trying to paint a bathroom and a wall in my bathroom. Child, I was supposed to get a paintbrush today, y'all, and I just realized that I forgot. But it's cool. But I have missed y'all. I wanted to come and talk to y'all. So this is just going to be a quick little drive-by video about some Bravo things, and I'm gonna come back. Listen, we got to talk Potomac. Tomorrow, I'm recording with someone, one of my girlfriends, one of my DMV dolls. We're going to talk Salt Lake City. That'll be out on the podcast on Friday. So a lot of good things coming up. I just recorded with a friend about Potomac for their podcast, Dumpster Dive. Shout out to Tom and Kick. So I'll let you know when that will be out. But right now, let's just get into some Bravo hot topics. First up, let's get into Whitney. So I talked to y'all the other day. Whitney from the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Her daughter had been rushed to the emergency room. I believe she was in ICU for asthma-related issues that she had going on. Well, Whitney gave an update. I believe this might have been yesterday. She said, thank you to everyone who has continued to reach out and check in on Bobby Rose. We are still in the ICU, but she has finally seen a bit of improvement. She still has a long ways to go, so no official updates yet. Thank you for all of your prayers. They are felt and working. Thank you for understanding our desire for privacy at this time. As you can imagine, this has been very stressful. Bobby is so brave and strong. Thank you to everyone here at Primary Children's Hospital. You all are Earth angels. So Whitney, Justin, Bobby, and to your son, we're sending out our prayers for Bobby and praying that she just gets stronger and better, because we know that asthma and the lungs and all that is no joke. So prayers up for Whitney. And next up, we get ready to share this screen again, y'all. We have got to talk about some things. So you know what? Actually, let me do it this way. We're going to stay in Salt Lake City. So I just did a live with Brooke Ashley and Kempire on Kempire's channel last Friday. And we did a Real Housewives takeover. And one of the cities we talked about was Salt Lake City. And as we were talking about it, I got a text from my boo, Carlos. Shout out Carlos Harris. And he had texted me, and we talked about Mary's son going into rehab. There have been a lot of rumors swirling around and saying that he was, partaking in certain things. Well, Mary sat down with Bryce Sanders from ET, and she talked a little bit about it. So I want to share that with y'all. Let's get into it.
There's a very emotional moment teased in the trailer.
You know how that would kill me? If something ever happened to you.
It just felt like a stain.
You have to know I love you more than anything.
In that moment, I feel like Robert told me it was sometimes where he was on substances that he just didn't want to live. And yeah, that right there is like, wow, that was like a eye opener for me, and not realize, like, you don't want to live? I don't have thoughts like that, but I actually came to realization that it's I feel like it's substance, and they kind of alter your thoughts in your brain, and they can make you go dark, and you can think like that. And I was like, if you're not here, I don't really have anything to live for. Like, I want him to know that, and it's my truth. And yeah.
You obviously filmed that months ago. How's he doing now?
He's doing good.
Good.
Yeah, he's doing good. He's taking day by day. So.
Is he still living here?
Yeah. No, he's moved out. He's got his own place. No, yes, he's still here, but yeah.
Maybe on the vision board for 2025,
Yeah.
Robert Jr. gets his own place.
That'd be cool.
Did you ever figure out if he is legally married?
He is not legally married.
Okay.
He's not.
Is
Thank God.
Is she still in the picture?
Unfortunately.
Okay. She does not have Mary's stamp of approval.
I just think that they're toxic. They create toxicity when they're together, and just it's not a good mix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can only tell him what to do so much.
Well, I feel like the more I put into that and the more I push it, the more he's gonna gravitate to her. So I know to just back off and just let him figure it out himself. And he's figuring it out. He sees it.
There's a very
So Mary just wanted us to know, go more into that scene. And listen, I know it's hard, as a parent when you're trying to do so much for your child, trying to give them advice, but also knowing that sometimes you got to back up and let them figure these things out on their own. I felt that for Mary, and that the love she has, for her son as a mom, I definitely felt that. But so she didn't address whether or not he was, unless there's more to the interview. I got that from Bryce's page. Shout out to Carlos for sending that to me, because we love us some Mary. So we're always like rooting for Mary. And of course, in rooting for Mary, rooting for her son. Because, addiction is hard. It's not just hard on the person who's in the midst of the addiction, but hard on those who love, that person. So my thoughts and prayers go out to Mary, her son. And, if you notice in that, when they showed the scene that's going to be upcoming, he said he felt like a stain. It's just, you just never know where somebody's headspace is at. So, and if they're already feeling a certain way, taking those substances can only make that feeling, that much bigger. So, but unless there's more to that interview that we didn't see where she's going to address it, she didn't say that he was in rehab. She just said he's taking it day by day. So, thoughts again and prayers. My heart goes out to Mary and Robert Jr. I hope that this is something that he can, overcome. Because even as their parent, knowing you don't want to wake up to that phone call that something has happened that can't be taken back, right? Like that has to be a constant worry and a constant fear. So Mary, we just hope that it gets better for you. Now, speaking of, let's move over to Atlanta. I was going to say speaking of, but there's really no smooth transition. Let's jump into Atlanta. Oh, y'all, we know everything that's been said, from Kenya leaving, allegedly why Kenya left, Brit Eady allegedly saying this, saying that. There's been so much talk about Atlanta, and Atlanta hasn't even aired. We don't even have an air date, right? Well, it seems like Brit wants to do a lot of talking before the season. I'm just going to let y'all see. We're going to get into the things of the things. Give me one sec. Don't play with me. Oh, I was about to say now, y'all know I just kind of sort of got the hang of Sharon. So first, let's get into what she has to say about the Kenya Moore drama.
Kenya.
Yeah.
And I swear to God, the first day we were all in the room that I met Kenya, I could sense that
grab
when
a little
you
shot for that one.
listen, we were having a conversation and I could hear her and another person talking about you. And this is kind of my first time being around all the ladies. So I'm like, what is they were just teaming up on her. I saw this with my own eyes, right? But me not knowing everybody well enough, I didn't really say anything. I just kind of peeped the room. And then next thing I know, we're at an event. It's that person's event. And she chooses to make that event about Brit. Craziness, right? She wants to start a narrative about Brit. I was so mad because that day I was doing media and I had just got on the carpet and told her, congratulations. I'm so happy for you. This is empowering women. Yeah. And here you go and completely do the opposite.
Karma,
so now,
karma is real.
Fast forward.
Karma is real.
My girl Brit will forever go down in history as the one that got the girl off the show. Hey, I said
pretty much.
I said it pretty much. And I feel like a lot of people are happy about that. I feel like the people that are her fans, when they see what really happened and how it played out, because this is just, it was diabolical.
Sometimes you gotta remember the what you put out in some way, somehow will come right back.
Come
It's
back.
What you get back.
tenfold.
What you will get back.
Yes.
That's right.
So, you know, karma's real.
Yes.
So, and, you know, we will see on season 16 how it unravels. And, you know, a lot of people are going to be shocked. And I did not anticipate this being my first season dealing with, you know, with everything that came along with this whole fiasco with Kenya. And I mean, this was a very intense season.
Yeah. They were jealous. And y'all think, see, the thing is, people be thinking like celebrities, oh, they so confident, they so happy. They are not
most
always like
insecure
that.
ones.
The most insecure ones. And as soon as they see a threat, then, you know, they want
somebody
everybody else.
half their age, young.
Girl.
I mean, she was born, I mean, some are born in the 60s.
For real? I didn't even realize she was that old.
Now look.
It is, yeah, 69.
Oh my God.
Yeah, like.
Say too old to be acting that way.
Yeah.
I mean, you would think.
Or
right?
you would think if you're on a show like Housewives that you would have built an empire or been able to create some motion.
But they didn't have, see, that's what I just said. She didn't really have the motion before she started. So a lot of these women, they're not business women. They get on the show and they only make the show money. They're
just reality stars.
Yes, they don't have real
They're
empires.
not entrepreneurs or business women.
Now, girl.
So, you know, I've personally met Kenya.
Yeah.
And I swear to God, the first day we were all in the room that I met Kenya, I could sense that
grab
when
a little
you
shot for that one.
listen, we were having a conversation and I could hear her and another person talking about you. And this is kind of my first time being around all the ladies. So I'm like, what is the...
Okay, so that was just the beginning of that again. Listen here. I never portrayed myself to be the biggest Kenya Moore fan. I've said that to y'all. We all have our housewives that we gravitate to, you know, even though we don't really know them, the ones we like or whatever. But what you're not about to do, sit up here and try to talk about that lady age like Kenya don't look good. And you better pray and hope that you look as good as Kenya when you get to her age. That's one thing. I mean, and I know sometimes we all could go there with the age, like, girl, you too old to be acting like that. I get all that, but this just seems very like, girl. And I'm going to speak for myself. Even if you believe all of this, coming in, you have got to know, like, for me, talk your stuff, you know, whatever. Hey, you got a right to feel how you feel if what happened to you, right? I saw one of the comments say, we don't know what she did to Kenya to get Kenya's reaction. I'm gonna go on record and say this, whether it's Kenya or anybody, you can't do something to someone and dictate their reaction, no. However, if in fact a picture of what's her name? Angela? Brit, Lord Jesus, Angela. Brit was shown standing at the bus stop sucking on a lollipop. It doesn't go hand in hand with I'm having a women's, you know, my event, women's empowerment. It don't go. No matter which way you slice it, it don't go, right? So if that happened to her, she has a right to feel how she feels and speak on it. This just, to me, is kind of like cringy a little bit. I don't know. There's something about it that seems very clingy, very clout-ish. Again, she has her right to speak on it. And who knows, if I was in that position and that happened to me, if I wouldn't be doing interviews, I don't know. But from what I'm looking at, my personal feeling, my opinion, in the words of my girl, Jamie, that's me, my opinion, not yours. I feel like this is a little cringy. Girl, and I'm gonna say, girl, they go, ooh, girl, they gonna get you. They gonna get you. That's not all she said. The interview looks like it was longer, Love and Fly-ish. It looks like, I don't know if it's a podcast or what have you. Let's go on. She had more to say.
Yeah.
And
they're just reality stars.
Yes, they don't have real
They're
empires.
not entrepreneurs or business women.
Do you feel like anybody else in your cast has a healthy relationship? You just answered the question. Why you gotta think that hard, Brit?
She's trying to be politically correct.
Wait, I'm
trying to be obvious.
Mike got the answer.
To be honest,
Just be politically correct, honest. No.
Crazy.
I haven't seen it.
Okay.
But
said
then
none
again,
of them
I'm
have a
like,
healthy relationship.
I don't know everybody's relationship, but just what I've
But you're
seen.
around it.
I've been around some.
It could exist, but she just hasn't seen it.
Yeah, it's possible,
That's
but
the right answer.
I personally haven't seen it.
Right.
And I know when Mike comes around, everybody's threatened. So y'all are threatened when you
And
see
I don't know
something that
why.
looks real. They might be
It don't
going.
matter.
You might think they're going home to their husband, but they really going home to their friend.
Yeah, to their homegirl, like
To their
you said, for
homegirl.
the most part.
I didn't even think about
She
that.
hit it
Think
right on
about
the
it.
head.
Think
Yeah.
about it.
I didn't even think about that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
About it.
True.
Crazy.
They want you to
That's
think
true.
they're going home to their man, but if you marry, why are you in the streets every night?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't think
every night.
any married woman and they have a respectable husband will want their woman in the streets.
Oh, I know exactly who
Or
you're
every
talking
night.
about.
Come on. Now. So
Girl.
with like after finishing recording, is this something you would do again?
I kind of don't really got much of a choice. I guess. I mean, look, shit, we here now. We might as well
Yeah,
keep
we
it
here
going.
now.
Ain't no backing out. It's
Nah,
like,
ain't no backing
We're
out
here now.
yeah, whether
Yeah.
you did it another year or not,
Yeah.
it still would be there. Like
I will
the celebrity.
say the part that I am excited about is I get to create my own narrative.
Exactly.
No matter what happens on the show, I have the ability to speak, my own truth.
Yes.
And I think that, speak our own truth and we can create, our reality in real life. So they're
Make
just
some kind of
reality
influence.
stars.
Yes, they don't have
Listen
real.
to
They're
this
not
again.
entrepreneurs
Exactly.
or business women.
Do you
Yeah.
feel like anybody else in your cast has a healthy relationship? You just answered the question. Why you gotta think that hard, Brit?
She's trying to be politically correct.
Wait, hold on.
I just wanted y'all to hear that again. So the host asked her, did she think anybody in her cast has a healthy relationship? And Britt pretty much said no, and then said that they're threatened when Mike comes around, her husband. When they see something that is real, they want you to think that they're going home to their men, but they're going home to their homegirls. I'm going to say this. And then she said, when she made reference to, basically, if you have a good marriage, what married woman will be out in the streets at night? I started thinking about who the married ones were on their cast. So Angela's on the cast, so she's talking about Angela. We know she's not talking about Phaedra. Phaedra joined last minute. We know she's not talking about Portia. We know she's not talking about Kelly. Kelly's going through a very dramatic divorce. Shamia is married. So she throwing shots. One of the comments said, Shamia, the escort, is taking shots at you or something like that. I'm just going to say like this. You come in with that energy and putting that out there, and when my husband come around, they feel threatened. I'm going to say this because we haven't seen the season, right? We've just heard rumors. We've heard conversation. I hope that this time next year, you're not sitting on that same couch eating those words that you said, because that's a lot. I'm just saying, to be putting on, like your whole cast is jealous or they feel threatened. Let me use the right word, threatened, when your husband come around because they haven't seen anything like that. Girl, I think you might set yourself up. That's a lot. And I ain't got no more to say to that. Y'all let me know what y'all think about the two clips that we saw about Miss Brit Eady talking her ish, honey. She said the people is threatened when her husband come around. They are not entrepreneurs. They're not business women. They are reality stars, honey. She is the one that got Kenya put off the show. Karma is real. And the people is happy. That's what they were saying. Let me know what y'all think about that. Let me know what y'all think about Mary and her sit down with Bryce and the way she kind of opened up more about her son. And then you don't even have to let me know, because I'm sure we're all sending Whitney wishes for good health and everything for her daughter, Bobby. Y'all, I love y'all so much, and I will see y'all later, my sweet babies. Y'all know I love y'all. I'm just having some fun. See ya.